Forest Park School. I'm Ruth Lauren, the author of Tourmaline and the Island of Elsewhere, and I hear that you've got some questions for me.
What was your favourite book when you were a child?
I loved fantasy books like The Chronicles of Narnia, and I loved books about animals like Watership Down. I liked mystery books too, like the Nancy Drew series. I went to the library all the time, so I was always borrowing books.
Why did you choose to be an author?
I actually didn't know I wanted to be an author until I was 34 years old, but that's just because I didn't really believe that I could be one. I just think it's the best job in the world to tell stories.
What inspired you to write this book?
Tourmaline was inspired by all the adventure books that I loved as a kid, and also by the films I watched when I was a kid in the 80s, like The Goonies and the Indiana Jones films, which are all about travel and adventure and precious artefacts. I wanted to write something like that for kids today, with a girl as the hero. So I started from there, and Tourmaline came out the way that it did.
How long did it take to write this book? How many drafts did you write for this book?
It usually takes me about 3 or 4 months to write the first draft of a book. Then I read through it and edit it again. After that, I send it to my writer friend to see what she thinks, and when she sends her notes back to me, I edit it again. After that, I send it to my agent, and the same thing happens. It might even happen a few times. So the answer to how many drafts I write is a lot.
Where did you get the inspiration for the characters from?
I suppose I combine bits of my personality with bits of other people I know, like my friends or my family. And I read a lot of books, and I watch a lot of films and TV shows. And I think about what sort of character would be good for the story that I'm thinking of writing. Like George from Tourmaline and the Island of Elsewhere. He's a good character to have around with someone like Tourmaline, because he thinks more about things before diving in, and he worries a lot, so he's a good balance for her.
How old are you when you wrote your first book?
I was 11 when I wrote this. It's a story about an animal, because I really liked animal stories at the time. Maybe I'll publish an animal story one day.
How many books have you written?
Well, Tourmaline is going to be a series of 3 books, and I've already written them all. The first draft of the 3rd book is with my editor right now, and when she sends that back, she'll send lots of notes too, probably, on how I can make it even better. I've written 2 other books, which I've got here. This is Prisoner of Ice and Snow, and this is its sequel, Seeker of the Crown. They might be in your local library if you're interested. But there are lots of other books that I have written that didn't get published. I just tried to count them all up before I answered this question, and I think there's about 12 of them. Some of them nearly got published, and some of them were really just practice. So I don't mind that they didn't get published, because I think that they made me a better writer, or I hope they did. Bye, Forest Park School.